is the continuation of writing the standard equation of a circle given different conditions. We have items 3 to 8, so we will try to answer them. Let's start with number 3, circle in figure 1.7. So figure 1.7 will be found in your module, and it looks like this. We will focus on figure 1.7. And katulad ng sinabi natin kanina kung paano magsulat ng standard equation ng circle, we need to get two details. So what are those? That's the center and the radius. And after knowing the center and the radius, we will now replace them with our formula for standard equation of a circle. So let's take a look at figure 1.7. Where is the center? Yes, the center is at 3, 1. 3 is the x value and 1 is the y value. And what is our radius? So, kung hindi nyo alam kung paano kumuha ng radius, punta lang kayo sa circle, sa center ng circle then count lang kayo, it's either vertically or horizontally para mas madali makita nyo sa number of units. Pero nandito na yung hint. So, from line P to C, it's 5. Pero i-verify natin by counting. So, from coordinates 3, 1, bilang tayo dito. Let's get the distance from A to C. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, umabot tayo doon. So, our radius is 5. Knowing that center is at 3, 1. Since ang 3, 1 ay not located at the origin, so ang gagamitin natin ay the sum of the squares of x minus h and y minus k equals r squared. And simply, itatabi na natin to, simply replace h and k with 3 and 1 and the radius 5. We have x minus positive 3 and y minus 1 squared and 5 squared. What is 5 squared? So that is 5 times 5. X minus 3 squared plus y minus 1 equals 25. So that is the standard equation of a circle given figure 1.5. Now let's answer number 4. Number 4, circle A in figure 1.9. So ito yung susulat natin sa standard form. Si figure 1.9 ay ito. Ang steps natin na gagawin ulit ay look for the center, for the coordinates of the center. Then from the center, you will count either horizontally or vertically para makuha natin yung radius. Since visual naman siya, pwede natin bilangin. Center, then radius. Hanapin muna natin ang h and k. So h stands for x and k stands for y. Tingnan natin dito. Center. Take a look at x-axis first. So dito, sa nakatapat si center ni circle A, it's at negative 2. Yan. Negative 2. Then, yung y-axis, ito. Ayun pala yung x. This is the y-axis. Sa nakatapat yung center ng circle A, it's at negative 1. Then, count either vertically or horizontally, kahit ano lang doon. So, we'll try horizontally. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the radius. 4 units. Then, alam naman natin na hindi siya nakalocate sa origin. So, ang gagamitin natin ay yung same na ginamit natin kanina, which is x minus h and y minus k, then r squared. Then, then replace this h and k with negative 2 and 1, and replace r with 4. X minus, okay, palitan natin. x minus negative 2. Always remember na pag negative, enclose mo sa parenthesis kasi dapat iba yung treatment natin kay h pag negative siya. Kasi we know that h is positive dito. Pag negative siya, kailangan kung minultiply yung negative sa negative, becomes positive. So, ganun din yung mangyayari kay y. Y minus negative 1 squared, nakulang na symbol, equals 4 squared. Then, simplify. Magiging parenthesis na ulit siya. X, negative times negative 2, it's positive 2. Then, don't forget the exponent. Y, negative times negative 1, it's positive 1. And 4 times 4 is hindi 8. Yan, masyadong nagmamadali yung iba, gusto ay 8. So, 4 times 4 is 16. So, this is the standard equation for item number 4. Ngayon, sasagutan naman natin yung circle B in figure 1.9. So, medyo bibilisan na natin kasi pareho lang naman sila ng process no number 4. So, let's take a look at circle B. Let's locate first the center. So, ang center niya at x-axis ay 3. Then, ang kanyang y-axis is positive 2. So, hindi na naman sa origin. Then, radius, gamitin natin yung vertically. So, we have 1, 2, 3. Kita nyo? 1, 2, 3. So, the radius is 3. Gamitin ulit natin sa x minus h and y minus k equals r squared. Replace ulit natin x minus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 3 squared, which is equal to 9. So, ito yan. Pwede na rin yan. Ngayon, sasagutan naman natin yung 6. Dito, kailangan tayong mag-recall ng mga natutunan natin ng grade 10 sa parts ng circle. So, we have center at 5, negative 6, tangent to the y-axis. So, ano yung tangent? Tangent is a line that passes through one point on the circle. So, let's try to answer. Wait lang. Yan. Nawawala yung focus. Focus ulit natin. Yan. Sulat natin yung center. Pareho lang naman si 6 and si 7. Pero magkakaiba lang sila ng radius. Center at 5, negative 6. Radius is tangent to y-axis. Ibig sabihin, yung circle ay magta-touch yung 1 point niya sa y-axis. So, yun. Negative 5, 6. So, paano mangyayari yun? For example, ito si 5, ito si negative 6. So, ano lang natin, assume lang natin na dito yung center. So, this is center 5, negative 6. So, kunwari nandiyan siya. So, itong center na to, magta-touch daw yung circle sa y-axis. Ito yung y-axis. So, dito daw magta-touch yung circle. Wait lang. Nawawala yung focus. Yan. So, ito yung center. And magta-touch daw yung circle sa y-axis. So, ibig sabihin lang nun, bibilang tayo from center papunta kay y-axis para malaman natin yung radius. Kasi, dyan siya iikot. Yan, dito magsa-stop yung circle, magta-touch sila at 1 point, din iikot na naman. Okay, so bilang natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ilan yun? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The radius becomes 5. So, kung tatanggalin natin to, r becomes 5. Then, substitute ulit natin. So, I hope nakukuha nyo na. X minus 5 Wala tayong nagiging problema pag positive yung coordinate. Kasi this is H and this is K. Pero, pag negative, be careful. So, y minus negative 6 5 squared. Ngayon, simplify lang natin. Plus y, negative times negative, positive 6 squared. 5 times 5 is 25. So, ito yung final answer. So, mapapansin nyo, pag negative ang coordinate, nagiging positives ang final answer. So, ayun lang. Para naman sa item number 7, pareho pa rin yung center natin at 5, negative 6. Pero anong kaibahan? Si tangent is to the x-axis naman. For example, ito nga yung center natin. Halip na pabilang tayo papunta dito sa horizontally, I mean, dito naman tayo magkakaroon ng tangent line. So, feeling nyo bakit mag-iiba? Mag-iiba siya kasi bibilangin na lang natin siya pataas. Pag sinabing tangent at x-axis, y-axis, doon tayo nakabase. Kahit pareho sa center, pero magkaiba yung tangent line, maaaring magkaiba din yung sagot. So, bibilang tayo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, ibig sabihin, the radius becomes 6. Then, substitute natin. Kung kaya na natin, pwedeng hindi na tayo mag-solve na mahaba. X becomes, H becomes negative 5. So, x minus 5 squared. Plus, y. Alam natin, pag negative, nagiging positive. Plus 6 squared. And 6 squared is 36. Pwedeng ganun natin dito. And ito na yung last for rewriting standard equation of a circle using different types of conditions given center and radius. So, dito given ang center and radius and i-rewrite lang natin sa standard equation. So, for number 8, ang condition, it has a diameter with endpoints. Point A, negative 1, 4, and point B at 4, 2. So, we will look also for the radius. So, dito hindi given yung radius, hindi rin given yung center. So, gagamitin natin kung ano yung binigay sa ating given para makuha natin yung center and radius. Paano? So, mapapansin natin na sabi, it has a diameter. So, from point A to point B, yun na yung pinaka-diameter niya. So, since diameter is the longest radius, and it passes through the center, mula point A, papuntang point B, so makukuha natin yung center by dividing it into half, or by using, yung grade nyo, nung ginamit nyo, you use the midpoint formula. So, the midpoint formula is equals x sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2 y sub 2 y sub 1 plus y sub 2 over 2. So, mangyayari, ang midpoint, makukuha nyo yung center na coordinates. Simply, this is x sub 1, this is y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Yan. Substitute natin. X sub 1 is negative 1 plus x sub 2 is 4 divided by 2. Kuwet. Y sub 1 is 4 plus y sub 2 is 2 divided by 2. Yan. So, paikliin natin na kasi wala na space. So, the answer is, subtract natin yung negative 1 sa 4, it's 3 halves. And we have 4 plus 2, it's 6 over 2, which is equal to 3. So, yan yung midpoint. And that midpoint also denotes, is denoted as, anong hinahanap natin? Center. So, itong midpoint, napapalitan ng C. Siya na yung hinahanap nating center. So, kita pa ba? So, hindi pa tapos. So, yan. Nakikita nyo ba yung center? So, ililipat natin siya. Tatanggalin na natin tong A and B kasi nakuha na natin yung center ng circle. Ngayon naman, hanapin natin yung radius. So, gamit pa rin yung dalawang points kanina para natin malalaman yung radius. Yan. Pipili tayo. It's either from point A or point B. Diba? Kasi katulad nito yung example natin. From center, kumuha siya, it's either point A or point B para makuha yung radius. So, siguro gagamitin na lang natin for convenience is, ano ba pwede natin gamitin? Ang gamitin natin ay point A. So, point A, ulit, isulat natin, it's negative 1, 4. So, ano ang gagawin natin? Since hindi naman natin siya pwedeng bilangin ng hindi natin siya pwedeng gawin through counting, gamitan natin ng distance formula. So, si distance formula natin, or si radius, pinunta natin which is equal to point A to the center is equal to the square root of x squared minus x squared, x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1. The squared of y sub 2 and y minus y sub 1. Ngayon, substitute na natin. Ito yung gagamitin natin, C and A. Ang gagamitin natin, x sub 2. Kasi pagpatuloy na natin, we'll get the radius. So, dito na malaking square root dyan. Then, our x sub 2 is this one, x sub 2, y sub 2, x sub 1, y sub 1. X sub 2 is negative 1 minus x sub 1 is 3 halves plus y sub 2 is 4 minus 3 squared. Yeah. Now, let's solve. Let's get common dito. So, 2 over 2 minus 3 halves. Ayan, tuloy na natin yung pag-solve. So, yung negative 1, ginawa ko ng negative 2 over 2 para madali nating i-solve. So, negative 2 minus 3, it's negative 5 over, wait lang, linisin lang natin. Negative 5 over 2 squared plus 1 squared. Para sabay na natin tanggalin yung squared ng exponent. So, it becomes negative 5 times negative 5, numerator times numerator, it's 25. Parang 26. Wala kasi yung talaga. 25 over 2 times 2, it's 4. Plus, yung 1, gawin na natin. 1 times 1 is 1. So, gawin na natin na improper fraction. So, para maging 1 yan, you need to have 4 over 4. Para mas maging similar fraction sila at ma-add natin siya na mas madali. So, we have, our answer becomes 5 plus 25 plus 4, it's 29. Then, same yung 4. Or, pwede pa natin i-simplify yan. Square root of 29 over 2. Pwede ba? Okay, yan. Now, hindi pa pala tapos. Kasi hindi pa natin siya na-express into standard form. So, ang gagamitin natin sa example na to ay ito. Bakit? Katulad kanina nung r is equal to square root of 7. So, what is r squared? R squared becomes 7. So, ganun din yung mangyayari dito. So, burahin lang natin. So, since it's not at the origin, x minus h. Yan. So, C, x minus, what is h? This becomes h, this becomes k. 3/2 plus, ang ating square root ang r natin is 29/4. So, tatanggalin natin yung a. Then, y minus 3 equals square root of 29/4. Then, ito times natin. Since itong square root at itong squared ay makakancel out kasi magiging 2/2 na exponent yan. So, we will be left with x minus the squared of x minus 3/2 plus the squared of y minus 3 equals 29/4. And ito yung standard equation ni item number 8.